Hi, this is Dale Calvert. In this training, I'm going to share with you the real secret why so many people are not making money in network marketing, what is required to really create a growing month after month progressing income in this profession, and something that you've never heard. People will not tell you, and they won't, and it'll be real obvious why they're not telling you as we go through this. So if you'll stay with me, I promise you this is going to be a brain tweak for you. 97% of network marketers are on a treadmill. They're not progressing. They're not growing their income. They're not, I didn't say they're not working hard. They're not trying. They're in the marketplace. They're trying, but they're working flawed concepts and ideas, and they don't understand what it really takes to create income in network marketing. Now, before I share that secret with you, quick question. This is totally off topic, or it may seem to be. How much does a Subway franchise owner make every year? What would you say? What does the average Subway owner make every year? And that question, the answer is between 30 and 40,000. The documentation I've seen is the average Subway shop makes $31,000 a year. That's why most owners have four or five or six of them just so they can make a living. Well, Dale, what does that have to do with anything? In January of this year, 4 months ago, this young man was making sandwiches at Subway. He was making sandwiches at Subway. That was his full-time job. His name's Carlos Nito. He read Rich Dad, Poor Dad 3 years ago when he was 19 years old. And Robert Kiyosaki talked about network marketing as a good way to start because you can find a good mentor to help you progress in business and learn business ideas, principles. And he went online and looked at all different network marketing gurus, and he called me while I was on vacation and told me the story. And he got started working with us, and he's plugged along, and he's been consistent, and he's listened, and he's learned the ideas, he's learned the systems. Now, remember, 4 months ago, he had no team. He'd had a few, but of course they quit. But 4 months ago, he had no team. He still has no team. He's not tried to recruit anybody. But in the first 4 months of this year, he sent me this yesterday, he's made $61,752.10. That's just, he would have to have two Subway franchises to make that kind of money. And he was making sandwiches in January. He'll end the year with probably $250,000 or more in income. So how does that happen? How does that happen? Is that luck? No, it's not luck. It all happened by design. It happened systematically. 97% of the population cannot build a network marketing team with the skill sets and the mindsets that they enter the profession with. I don't know why we think that we can. Everybody thinks I'm going to jump in network marketing. It's going to be simple and easy. And I see all these people making all this money. I've heard the stories, and I'm going to be able to do it with the skill sets and mindsets that I entered the profession with. No, you won't. Most people that have been in network marketing for 10, 15, 20 years, they don't have 10, 15, 20 years of experience and progression and growth. They've got 10 or 15, 20 lousy years repeated over and over and over. And that's the truth of it. Here's the reality. Systems duplicate. Systems. Your personality does not. 3% of the population have the personality. They can get involved in network marketing and they can create a following of people. A following. But network marketing is not about developing followers. As Brian Tracy said, real leaders develop other leaders. Network marketing, your long-term income is in direct proportion to the number of leaders that are developed on your team. Your long-term income is going to depend upon not finding you a heavy hitter, but by having systems in place that develop the next wave of leader after the next wave of leaders after the next wave of leaders. You have to have a launch system. How do you launch your business? How have you been taught to launch your business? They just said, go talk to people, go post on social media. There was no specific launch system. What is your specific customer acquisition system that you're using right now to add new customers to your team, customers, every single month? What about your lead generation and recruiting systems? How many lead generation systems, ways to generate leads, have you personally been taught and helped to master? And what is the two-step recruiting process? What are the systems that you have? Well, Dale, we don't really have any systems. Exactly. Exactly. Because network marketing is no longer a business. It's a giant social club where people just hang out and blow smoke up each other's dress. It's ridiculous. Here's another concept people don't understand. If people want what you're selling, if they really sincerely want it, you'll get rich. And that came from Success Magazine years ago. It changed my life when I read that because my entire life I'd been selling products and services and had marketing products and services that people wanted, our people needed. They needed them, but they didn't want them. And now more than ever, and I did this podcast almost a year ago now, and it's worth listening to because it's the truth. All, all consumable product MLM opportunities are dead, gone, and over. And some of you think, oh no, Dale, what about this new XYZ company? And you all know what I'm probably thinking about. I'm not going to say it. But what about this new company? They're just doing great, Dale. They've grown. Watch, they will fall as fast as they rose. And again, I'm not going to get into it now. But there is a new era of wealth creation and team building. It's here. Most people don't even understand it yet. Now, say, well, Dale, why should we listen to you? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. But you should. A wise person will investigate what a fool takes for granted, because what if the story I just shared with you about Carlos is true? And the truth is, uh, this year in 2023, we will have people that started the year with no background or experience in the business model that we're involved with. And right now, we 4 months into the year, we already have 7 people that have already banked over $100,000 in commissions. By the end of the year, we'll have 50 to 100 people on my personal team that will make $100,000, and none of them had anything going on. We were just launching, getting in a groove in January, 4 months ago. Dale, are you telling me that you took people that they haven't been around network marketing or in this company for longer than, you know, since January? Was actually it actually launched, was in pre-launch a couple months before that. So say in 6 months. But you have people that's a brand new company, just launched, and you already have 7 people that have already banked over $100,000 in commissions. Yes, this gentleman's over 400,000. This guy's approaching 200,000. He's a third grade teacher in Wyoming that's already at 160,000. Most of them, they're already at $1 million in commissions. They'll be at 2 or 3 million by the end of the year. He's over 140,000. Vicky's approaching 200,000. We're going to have millionaires created this year, and 30, 50, 100 plus 6-figure earners on our personal team. Why? Because the systems are in place, and systems duplicate, personality doesn't. I could go on and on. And here's the rub, and you're going to think I'm really crazy. Personally, I'm getting ready to make a shift, getting ready to make a change. Because there's something coming in June that's never been done before. They will never have any competition, and it's a true category creator. And it will offer long term income potential. The market will never diminish; it'll only get larger. Uh, and if you're an experienced network marketer, understand this, and I know you will when I say it. We have not attracted people from outside of the network marketing niche for 25 years. Not since really NSA was the last company to really attract a lot of business minded people from outside of the industry to the industry. NSA was really the last company to do that. And many of us who understand this business knew that if we could ever find something that would attract people from outside of the profession, that there could be major, major growth. And that was really going to be the key. And the market that we're getting ready to enter will never have any competition. It's impossible. And we will attract network marketers, will get it off the ground, and then non-network marketers will sustain it and continue to move it forward. And I'm not going to give you the whole pitch here. It doesn't really matter. I hadn't even really planned on even doing this. Honestly, when I started, I just wanted you to hear Carlos's story because that's got to inspire some people. It's got to make a difference to think, my gosh, this 22-year-old kid was making sandwiches at Subway in his first 4 months of this year has made as much money as a Subway owner would make with two Subway stores. That was really my focus. But if you want to learn more, you can go right here. I'll put the link in the description as well. And I haven't even made this public. This is the first time I've ever made this public. The video here I actually made for a small number of people on one of my email lists, and the responses, the the response has been greater than anything that I have seen in 40 years. Unbelievable response. Uh, so again, check it out if you want. I hope something I've said has tweaked your brain a little bit. If people want what you're selling, you'll get rich. Only systems duplicate. Personality doesn't. And bringing people in and say, go talk to your network marketers. Okay, well, then what do they do after that? Most people can do that within a weekend or two. Then what do you do to create leads? And here's the thing, guys, and I'm going to end it here, but this is a brain tweak. If you get what I'm getting ready to share with you, if your customers are your distributors, your upside potential is very, very limited. You've got to get outside of the industry, and we have to attract people that have never been involved in network marketing before, and maybe even never even bought a product from a network marketing company ever in their life. That's the market. The company that's going to be able to do that will build an empire, and I have found it. If you want to check it out, go check out the link. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.